So it's going to be, so I've kind of, the singular vectors are now much smaller. So if they're close to 0, sometimes it rounds them down to, writes this ugly notation. So, oh, and I should mention, I'm using Octave instead of MATLAB, which is a free alternative, and it mostly works the same. Although some things are a little bit less robust, maybe not all the functionality, but for most of this class, Octave will be fine. Okay, so now I want to regenerate, let's call this A2, U times S times B transpose. And now I've got this new matrix A2. And so now if I take SVD of A2, so you can see if I now have the same singular values that I input these. Okay. So now I've got some interesting input matrix A. Now I'm going to run frequent directions on A, and I needed N was 1,000, D was 20, and the number of columns I'm going to use is going to be, let's try 40. 10. Okay, so I've outputted this matrix B. Okay, and so hopefully, if I look at the SVD of B, I think this will just give me the singular values. Yeah, so this is just giving me the singular values of B. These should match the top ones of A, hopefully pretty closely. So, number S. So I've got more for S, but most of these are going to be very close to 0. The ones at the top hopefully are a pretty good approximation. This is, my guess was this is 1,475. The right answer was 1,550. The second one, my guess was, looks like that's 3.89. The right answer should have been much larger. So it's always an underestimate. If I were to run frequent directions again with more things here, I should get a more accurate answer. So it's still not that great. So it's the more I run, the more accurate it's getting. I guess this is not. So doing this live demo didn't work as well as I'd hoped, but hopefully you can see. So this is meant for things much larger scale. So at this scale, you would just use SP. If I ran it with 19, hopefully it will work pretty accurately. Okay, so it's possible there's something small wrong in my code, so maybe I didn't quite finish it in the hour I wanted, but so hopefully you get a rough idea of how this works. So for the not the frequent homework, but the next one on regression, I'm going to ask you to do some simple things in MATLAB. Do people feel like they could figure it out here? You saw a few simple example files, or do you need more help with this?